Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And I know I haven't been uploading for a little while, but I should be back onto it now. And we're going to start off with a Cyberpunk event which happened on the 25th of June this year. It was quite good really. What you're seeing right now is some gameplay from it, but we have a lot of information to break down. So we should get to it really. I'm gonna start off on quite a sad note. So yes, Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed again. It was originally meant to come out on April 16th, got pushed back to September 17th, and now it's been pushed back again to November 19th. But CD Projekt Red are assuring us that this is the actual release date, which sounds good. And I believe them, because The Witcher 3 was actually pushed back 2 times as well, and it would make sense, because what sort of developer, not accounting for EA and all of them, because like they just after money, aren't they? Well, what sort of developer that cares about their customers would want to ship a game that doesn't work half the time? So what they're doing currently is just fixing the bugs in the game. According to them, the game is finished, it's playable. Like you can play it from start to finish, but you might, crash and whatnot. So just want to fix it up a little bit. But yeah, that's a little bit sad to be honest. And to be honest, because of this, I kind of lost hype for a little while. I just didn't really seem interested in the game that much until Thursday. That is Thursday 25th. I'm in England, so obviously it might be different in America, like Australia. I think it's Friday in Australia, 25th, but whatever. This video is just going to be going through all the information. I have another video coming up shortly talking about the different classes and what they have to offer and things like that, the progression system in the game and all that. But this video is just mainly focused on all the gameplay we saw. And I'm going to be talking over the gameplay. If anyone wants to see the gameplay, just the gameplay, leave that in the comments down below, and I will upload the gameplay onto YouTube for you to just watch the gameplay. But if you want to hear my impressions on the gameplay and whatnot, then stick around and watch this video. But yeah, with that being said, let us just jump straight into it. Okay, so this bit to me is actually quite interesting, because we haven't actually seen that much of Night City, which, if you don't know, that's where this game is set in. It is set in Night City. I might go over the history of Night City in a video coming up, because the hype is real, guys. The hype is real right now. But yeah, we haven't really seen much of Night City at night, which is weird. Night City, and we've mostly seen it during the day, so it's nice to see a bit of car gameplay, which is really nice, and also the Night City at night, which looks really colourful and nice, to be honest with you. But yeah, that one was really nice. And again with another car, this time it's in first person. If you didn't know, the game is primarily in first person. Well, actually most of it, even the cutscenes, are in first person, but you can change the perspective in a car. But actually what we're seeing here is the Badlands, which is the area outside of Night City, and it's nice to see that this bit is actually explorable. I wasn't sure, but now that it is confirmed, this looks amazing. I am ready for this game. Give it to me, CD Projekt Red. And then here, Jackie, who is V's best friend, well, that's all we know so far, best friend and partner in crime, they're just having a little chat in a car. I believe the car is stolen, and they are, well, just nicely, steadily going down the road. And the developers said there are many, obviously, there is many outcomes to every single quest in this game. For example, in a second here, they will be ambushed by the police. Here we go. But if you play the game in one way, and you choose some certain specific, I should say, dialogue options, you can actually get out of that situation, and still the police will just let you go, thinking that you are not the criminal. In this case, this does not happen, and there's a shootout now. V is killing a lot of police officers here, with Jackie obviously driving the car. It's good to see some car gameplay because we haven't really seen that much of it, and I believe you'll be able to use larger weapons if you are in the passenger seat, and only your pistol if you are the driver. It's also, I imagine it's also going to be difficult to drive as well as shoot, but again, in this bit Jackie is driving, V, which is us, V is just being V and shooting all the cops. It's quite nice. This is nice gameplay. And again, Night City at night. This looks like a different part of Night City, or it might even be the Badlands. I'm not sure really. But it's great to see that the game has so many different arches. Like, you can do all these quests in so many different ways. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, this just makes the game 10 times better. You're basically getting 3 games in one, because there are 3 different classes. And I don't even know how many endings there's going to be. This is crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. And this is the prologue for the corporate class. Every different class, there's 3 different classes in the game, have their separate prologues, which is absolutely crazy. Obviously at certain points the story will intersect, but really you're just getting 3 games in one for the price of one. 3 AAA games, may I add, for the price of one. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, so this is the corporate one, where your character starts off pretty rich, and I believe he's doing something for his boss here. He is a corporate agent and his boss wants to kill his boss, so he is helping his boss kill his boss's boss, if that makes sense. But right at the moment he's going up to meet up with Jackie. There's 3 different introductions to Jackie. I think this is the most friendly one. But anyway, obviously as you can tell, he's in a much fancier car, helicopter type thing. And corporate people are usually quite, I don't really know what the word is, but obviously they have force, don't they? Because of how rich they are. As you just saw, he just scared that dude, didn't he? This is continuing on with the corporate path, and now we are going down to meet Jackie, which should be in this area somewhere, downstairs it looks like. But yeah, as I was saying, there's 3 different prologues depending on which class you choose. We'll get on to the other classes soon, but this is the corporate prologue. I'm probably going to end up playing the game in corporate just because you start off the game being rich, so why not, you know what I mean? Get that money in there. Get that money in there. That's what I say, get that money in there. But yeah, here Jackie is, and obviously Jackie is actually friends with V in this one, and you'll see soon he's not always friends with him in all the other ones. But yeah.
How you been?
I really like this piece of gameplay because it shows you quite a lot of the different aspects of Cyberpunk, because you get a little bit of driving. Night City during the day, again, just looks gorgeous. The graphics on this are absolutely incredible. I believe this is being played on PC, I'm not sure though, not 100%. But yeah, we'll see V, who is our protagonist. This one is female V, but we saw male V before. Obviously you should know that you can create your own character. You can choose if you're a boy or a girl. You can choose, I think there might be some preset voices, but I'm not sure. But you just, yeah. But you saw him use some sort of hacking tool there to just hack that guy and then quickly shoot him, which is quite cool. And the fight starts, grenade out there, very nice. But this gameplay just gives you every single aspect of the game, you know. You get to see a little bit of the driving, you get to see a tiny bit of Night City, you get to see a bit of combat, some gun combat, and you'll soon see there is a little bit of melee combat as well, which is always nice. But yeah, so yeah, just killing dudes. This is actually for a good cause actually. we are trying to save a Buddhist monk who has no cybernetics on him, and obviously this is set in 2077, isn't it? And almost everybody has cybernetics, so this group is trying to force that monk to put some cybernetics on, and we are going in here to save that monk. And this is quite good because it shows the aspect of religion in this game, and who knows, your character V might be able to choose their religion in the game. You could be a Muslim, you could be Christian, you could be Buddhist or whatever. You know, you might be able to choose all this in the game. And there's the Buddhist monk helping him. Obviously, is great. Like, nobody should be forced to do what they don't want to. And it's good to see he's staying away from all the bad technologies in the world. This is the Nomad prologue. I believe Nomad is the second best class. Talking money wise, obviously, like, you can start off as the third one, which is Street Kid, if you so choose. I'm not going to judge you, but money wise, I believe Nomad is the second best. Now Nomad are not lone, but like, they are wanderers traveling the Badlands, not Baldland, the Badlands, and we're gonna see V drive into Night City. And as you can see here, his car is not one of those fancy cars we've been seeing earlier, those really cool, I have to admit, looking cars. This is kind of an old-fashioned, modernish type car. But yeah, it's good to see how much detail CD Projekt Red has put into this. There are 3 separate prologues, completely separate, you know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy in my opinion. That's amazing, to be honest. 3 different, they're basically getting 3 games in one. Obviously the main story is the same. V wants the the Eternal Life chip, which has been created by Arazoka, I believe, which is one of the firms in the game, one of the corporates. You might actually be working as Arazoka when you start the corporate path, but who knows. Anyway, but yeah, you've seen the inside of the car, and obviously they don't have one of those futuristic type steering wheels. This is one of those like nowadays steering wheel where it's got the full thing going around, and that's good to see. And here is the law. This is showing everybody that even in the Badlands there is some sort of law. So I'm guessing some people are probably be thinking, well, the Badlands have towns, hotels, shops, why not just go in there, rob all the stuff and be rich? You can't, man. There's law. Obviously I'm guessing the law will not be as strong here, so it might be easier to get away and stuff. I'd really like to see that level of detail from CD Projekt Red. But yeah, let's see. And straight away now, this is the Street Kid part, where we have been tasked with stealing a luxury car from somebody. And obviously that over there in the top corner, or now in the middle of the screenish, is a netrunner. And netrunners are people very good at using technology to do what they want, which is how our character V managed to unlock this car without sounding any alarms. No, you can actually tailor your character to be more of a netrunner. Obviously there's lots of different character type classes, not your backstory class which we're talking about here, but like skill trees and stuff. You have Solo, which is like a very brute type person, hulking, you know, ripping guns off front, you know, those things. I can't remember what they're called. There's netrunners, which are obviously very skilled, and there's techie, which is a mix of netrunner and Solo. Obviously you can mix and match the skill trees to tailor the gameplay experience to your liking. And as you can see, Jackie here is not actually friendly towards V. He was holding a gun up against V, and now the cops are here. As I expected, the cops in Night City itself are obviously much higher and much better trained and given better equipment than the cops in the Badlands, because the Badlands are not part of Night City. So I'm guessing the government will not be funding them, if the government is funding the police whatsoever. But yeah, there's some sort of dialogue going on here. Again, if you want to see this gameplay, just for the gameplay, either go search it up on YouTube, you can easily find it there, or just comment down below and I'm more than happy to just upload this onto YouTube for you people, you know. But yeah, as you can see, the cops having a bit of a chat, and as you can see the cops equipment is much higher here. He's not wearing, oh yeah, he is wearing a badge. I was going to say he's not wearing a badge like the other guy. He doesn't. Their uniform, in my opinion, doesn't look as nice, but again, that's just my opinion, and my opinion is mostly wrong. But yeah, it's great to see how all these three prologues portray Jackie and V's relationship in a different way. In the Corpo one, Jackie and V are very close friends. I don't think you get there's no V in the Nomad one so far, and in the Street Kid, V is trying to Jackie is trying to get the car V is trying to get, which is yeah, you know what I mean. I believe that man in the pink and gold over there with the sunglasses is the car's owner, but again I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it. He does look kind of rich, kind of from the corporate side actually. But yeah, if you want a better breakdown of all the classes, just yeah, just stay tuned, because I'll be working on that video after this video is up. I've also got a FIFA video with my little brother, but that's another story. And V and Jack can get knocked out now. Plan simple. And this is what we learned from Night City Via, which was the main event, which took place on June 25th. It was hosted by Holly Bennett and some of the devs from CD Projekt Red. And this is what we got. We got a story trailer, another story trailer, which looks amazing by the way. And we got this, which is a sequence of brain dance. It's just some gameplay showing you what brain dance is, and basically what brain dance is reliving a memory. It might not even be your memory, it might be a memory. If a specific person has a specific technology installed into their brain, you can relive memories, feel what the character feels and whatnot, including pain and stuff, which you'll see here. We've just been shot from the our head has been shot basically, and we are dead. And V, our character here, has felt that, and obviously you just heard him. She, I believe, is going to help us get used to brain dance, and brain dance can also be used as a detective type mode. You know, such games as Batman Arkham and whatnot have shown previous detective modes, and it's been pretty good really. But you're going to be able to slow down time, rewind, just relive stuff, and possibly even go into areas which you're preparing to rob into. Let's say you want to rob a store, you could go into the memories of some certain person, or actually possibly see what that person is seeing at that moment, or maybe a minute behind or something, and just use that to figure out what you're going to do and what your plan's going to be. And that's kind of nice to see, to be honest with you. Just this detail. And I think people are underestimating brain dance. I believe it's going to be a very, very major part of the game, not just a side activity. Although again, I believe it's going to benefit you of obviously doing your research before you go into a mission. It's obviously going to help you a lot, because you'll know enemy positions and stuff like that. And Night City is a living city, it's a living, breathing city, so people move around. So you might even have to go into brain dance like 3 times in one day before you do the actual mission. See what shifts, if any guard shifts and change, or if any more guard have turned up for their job now or anything. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. This game seems absolutely crazy. It seems this is basically the future of gaming. I was actually planning on doing a video on the future of gaming, the PlayStation event, but I decided not to. I might, if you guys still want it. Leave it in the comment down below if you want me to react to that, or analyse that like I'm analysing this. But this is truly what gaming will be like in the future. This level of interactivity. Like CD Projekt's latest game, which has been released in 2015, which was The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. How could I forget that? It's one of my favourite games of all time. It was absolutely incredible. the sheer number of small details that everybody could have missed is absolutely incredible. For example, where before your final encounter with Aridin, you can actually see Siri training behind some rocks, which is crazy, you know. Like, I bet you 90% of players have missed that detail. But yeah, man, yeah, the brain dance stuff is kind of crazy, to be honest with you. It is kind of crazy. This is a very long sequence of gameplay, and as you can see here, you can tune into audio frequencies which the person at the time could not hear, which is amazing. I believe there's infrared as well, and this is just going to help you prepare for your mission. It's the equivalent of using your binoculars in Metal Gear Solid 5, scouting the area, but you can do a lot more. You can get a lot more detail. As you'll see in a minute, or might have actually seen already, it'll show you some detail on some character names and what's going on and stuff, which is absolutely incredible, to be honest. This game is just absolutely blowing my mind, and the hype is real, man. The hype is here. The hype is absolutely real. Yeah, the hype. As you can see there, you can scan things in the environment and whatnot, which is obviously very, very useful. And maybe V is planning on robbing this store himself, so he's obviously getting his research in, and now he knows in the back there is a drone thing, and I believe there's a security camera thing as well, which he can now disable and obviously hopefully get out without being shot. And I like this level of interactivity with the game, you know what I mean? It is just absolutely incredible. But yeah, I'm just going to let you watch the rest of the gameplay sequence in peace. Again, if you want the entire gameplay sequence of everything I've shown here, just leave it in the comment down below. But yeah, I'm just going to let you watch this gameplay sequence in peace now.
You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision, then scan it. His own Chumba shot him. Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this. BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit. Yeah, it's impressive, right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.